Joining me now to talk more about living with alopecia is Carrie Miltenberger and Susie Faber. Thank you both girls for joining us today. You look fabulous, and you're wearing your fabulous hats too. All right, let's talk about this. You both have the same condition. Susie, yours came about when you were 4.
Right.
Carrie, yours in your 20s.
In my 20s.
Totally different childhoods.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. How was it for you living with this at such a young age?
It was hard. You know, quite frankly, growing up, I have 3 sisters, and they all have, you know, of course, thick, gorgeous hair. And it was, you know, stereotypically chased home from school. There's always a bully. Kids are so cruel. But I tell you what, you learn who you are.
You sure
I
did.
did.
Well, and another thing, and we're going to talk about you too, you told me also something was very profound. Your folks didn't take pictures of you when you were little, not too many of them.
No, and if they did, aunts and uncles did the same thing. They were destroyed.
Okay.
Because they didn't want me seeing them, and I'm not so sure now if it was that they didn't want to see them.
Well, now we've got lots of photos of you, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Carrie, you had it when you were 20. That's a whole different ballgame. You're an adult now. You've had hair. Whoa. Tell me about that.
You know, it was quite sudden, and it was very hard emotionally. You lose your hair, and suddenly you don't look like everybody else. And face it, in your 20s, you're out there and you want to be seen, but not necessarily seen without hair.
You guys, tell me about this. You are inspiration to so many women out there. You don't even notice that you have no idea you have no hair. I mean, you guys walk around and you don't wear wigs. Tell us about that. There's something that you choose not to do. Why is that?
Well, we did. We've both worn wigs, and our choice, my choice, is simply they're too hot, they're too scratchy, and they were always the first thing that came off.
Okay.
When I came home.
And same with you.
Yeah, and they just don't fit my lifestyle. It's for me, it was a costume that I was wearing for everybody else so that they felt more comfortable around me, and it was extremely uncomfortable.
Let's talk about, there are so many other women out here who suffer from the same thing. What do they need to know? How have you guys gotten by? I mean, you're just incredible. Susie, let's start with you.
I think that you have to look really deep at some point and decide, do you wear the hair so that you fit in, but you never still feel like you have fit in because you know you're in a wig? And at some point, people that you get close to or intimate with are going to know that you're wearing a wig. Or do you find headwear, make headwear, garnish headwear to the point that it's you? It's who you are, and you match, like all women do, I think.
Well, I think the main lesson here, I think you guys have taken something that many might see as a lemon and turned it into a big, giant batch of lemonade. We appreciate you being here today. We appreciate you sharing your stories with us. And join us anytime, you guys.
When you think health, think IRU.